Fresh TV fires up for the gourmet escape. Tony feeds the masses, Rob takes care of the rest.
I wish I could talk, but I've got a mouthful of food.
Rianne's cooking with seawater. Yes, it's a thing.
No salt required.
And Josh Catalano's seafood dish for your next summer barbie.
Just pile it up.
Hi, welcome to Fresh TV.
Thanks for joining us.
Well, it looks like there's a bit on today. What's on the cards for you?
Oh, I'm just going to be here in the kitchen cooking something, I guess. What about you?
Well, I got a bit of a taste for adrenaline jumping out of a plane in Roto 2 eps ago, so I might search out some of the same.
Okay.
What are you cooking?
Well, I'm thinking something summery, maybe Spanish.
Spanish. Paella?
No.
Chorizo?
No. You're just going to have to wait and see.
Okay, well, hopefully I'm back in one piece so I can enjoy it.
I hope so.
See you soon.
Well, here we are at Margaret River Gourmet Escape. It's loud, it's boisterous, it's loads of fun. We're in the Gourmet Escape village for the whole weekend. There's so much to do and see here. International chefs, Nigella Lawson, of course, and lots of talent from around the world who are coming to cook and have a lot of fun here. Let's check this out.
Doesn't take long and I run into a mate of mine, Danny Angove. He's the head chef here at Lewin.
I think it is one of the best festivals I've ever been to, and it is year 5 and it's only getting better every year, and this year we've got so much more new talent. So for me, I'm just so excited, love it.
Off to the pork tent now.
We've got the spicy dog from Goa with some cinnamon.
Gertzy's going dog. Going down Rob's throat.
How's that, Rob?
I wish I could talk, but I've got a mouthful of food. It's absolutely brilliant.
We've done the Lily Valley pork loin, right, which we've sous vide, sous vide, and then we've finished in the oven with maple syrup and some beautiful local salt from Lake Deborah, and we serve that because we want an attractive crowd with a citrus quinoa.
Everywhere you go, there are chefs showing off their skills.
A Mount Barker chicken shank with adobo chicken scratchings made from puff grains and chicken skin and buttermilk dressing.
Winner, chicken dinner.
There's just so much to see and do and taste.
Now, mate, why did you get into the hot sauce business?
My partner here has got me into spraying that and Frank's buffalo wing sauce and
Milk. Oh, got the hiccups.
that's a good sign.
That is really hot.
It's got a nice fruity flavour profile too.
Yeah.
Really good. Oh, thanks.
A huge crowd's turned out at the main stage.
Huge cheers and round of applause for Nigella Lawson. It's not an easy trip to get here. You've got, I guess, the big flight.
Nigella is a star.
We're supplying all the cooking equipment for the chefs on the main stage and also here at this gourmet grapes. So it's a good involvement for us. It spreads the name, and Winning, of course, have a 100-year history in appliances around Australia and now in WA with 3 stores.
Well, sadly, this is the only glass of wine I'm having this year at Margaret River Gourmet Escape. But from Gourmet Escape, see you next year! Yay!
Today I'm making a chilled tomato-based soup, or as the Spanish call it, gazpacho. Hi Tim.
Jasmine,
Hi, so I'm making gazpacho. I need a lot of fresh ingredients.
you need Perth's best truss tomatoes. I've been to the markets this morning and they're just over this way.
Okay, show me.
Here's your cherry truss tomatoes.
okay.
They're vine ripened for full flavour and they're just absolutely fantastic for your cooking job today.
Oh, so I'm really going to notice a difference in the flavour between these ones and these ones.
Absolutely huge. These are the best you can get.
Okay. You seem to know a lot about all this stuff,
I
Tim.
head to the markets at 5 o'clock every morning, sourcing out the best produce, apples, bananas, everything you need for your weekly shop.
Well, I need lots of stuff. I need some red onions, some capsicum, cucumber, a whole bunch of vegetables.
There's your capsicum. You can find all of the beautiful produce just along there.
Okay, I'm going to grab a basket.
No worries.
Thanks.
A big part of being an IGA is we're independently owned shops. We carry a lot of independent lines and a lot of small suppliers that necessarily can't get into the Woolworths and the Coles type stores. So we try and support them. and obviously our range is quite big. We just try and have a big focus on customer service, whether it be through the checkouts or in the departments. So we do spend a little bit more on having staff available for people to ask questions and be available for any members of the public as they need.
Wow, how good's this? We're at Lewin Estate in Margaret River for the Gourmet Escape 2016. Right now, we're doing a fire pit barbecue. We started this morning, would have been about 6 o'clock, fire arced up. We started big flame. About 8 o'clock this morning, the first thing started going on. And then from there, we just built it up more and more. And then all of a sudden, you hit a crescendo where everything's on and everything's flaming and everything's going nuts.
There's something really primal about it, you know, like it's how man first learnt to cook, you know, over fire. There was no induction and no gas and combi ovens back 3,000 years ago. Fire was the way that you cooked food, you know.
So now I'm just turning the spuds. The potatoes are in there with a nice little chamula butter. So they're in there, so they'll come with nice little flavours coming through. Of course, we've got these chickens. These chickens have been marinated, really nice Italian marinade. So we put those on. And we've got the beef as well, the beef short rib, so we put that up top. Guests are starting to arrive now. It's fantastic. Having little canapes. All the food's just about there now, so everything's just starting to rest now, so we're really relax and get the food really looking good and tasting good.
So we've got beautiful kingfish. Yeah.
Bon appetito.
Thank you.
So we've taken off the fire, we've put in the warmer, so it's rested in the warmer. Now we just plate it up and then we just start sitting it down family style throughout the whole day. So everyone's just enjoying, sort of sharing, having chit chat, and quite a relaxed atmosphere.
What the guys did over fire, do you think they cooked the vegetables as well as the meat and even grilled pineapple for dessert over the fire? I thought was just so simple but yet so beautiful.
And today we got so many people tell us how moist the meat was.
Yeah, and I think it's patience. Like fire is you've got to be really careful when you're cooking with live fire, you know what I mean? Because it's not about turning a knob down and up and all that sort of stuff. And it's just the flavour that it imparts in a piece of meat and that sort of charred, caramelised sort of exterior, that smokiness.
It's nice to step out of your normal realm of working in a kitchen and on the stoves and using the ovens and so forth. It is a challenge, but it's a really, really enjoyable challenge. So I love doing this sort of stuff.
All right, a little bird's just told me that if you're a water baby like me, you like getting wet, you enjoy a bit of adrenaline, this is the place to be.
Miles, welcome to Splash City.
Thank you, Joe. Thanks for having us.
We've got a wonderful day planned for you today. We've got 8 attractions. We know that your heart's set on the biggest slide in the world, the biggest inflatable water slide. It's a 23-metre drop, Miles. Are you ready for that today?
20-metre free fall.
That's it, mate. You will have a ball.
So tell me about this concept. I mean, this is a pop-up. Is this unique to Perth? Is this something you take around the world? How does it work?
So it's easy to set up, easy to pack down, so we can get in for the nice hot summer months. Last year we took our middle slide to Singapore. In 2 weeks we had over 30,000 riders going down the slide.
Well, Joe, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to try and make my way up to the top there. Any tips?
Miles, you can scream as loud as you like. Nobody hears you in space.
No judgment?
No judgment.
All right, let's go. Let's do this. Rock and roll. Thanks, Joe.
G'day, I'm Josh Catalano, and today I'm going to show you some simple ways to cook some amazing produce that this region's famous for. We've thrown a few traps out, so let's go and pull them up and see if we've got anything in them. So the location is a closely guarded secret. It's in Margaret River, obviously, but it's simply known as elsewhere. Alrighty, first pot, success. Good one. Great, looks like we're definitely eating now. Well, Morgan, I call this a successful day in the office. We've got enough food here to feed everyone. This is what I love about WA. You stumble along private places like this and you get to cook Marin outdoors. Got all the marin already clean, split, ready to go. All we're going to do with this one is keep it really simple because we want the marin to be the real hero of this dish. We've got some simple tomato salads that we're going to fry up in the pan. We're going to put some butter with that, so we're going to have this really buttery tomato sauce that we're just going to pour over a simply grilled marin. So we're going to put loads of garlic, lots of garlic, because we want that flavour to really just sort of burst in with those tomatoes. Fresh chilli, lots of chilli with seafood. To prepare these marin, all we're going to do, drizzle of olive oil, salt will enhance that flavour, and some cracked pepper. Flesh side down first, and the grill, you can just hear that really sizzling away. We want it nice and hot. And the beautiful thing about cooking on this grill is that the ceramic beads on the inside there really stop all those flare-ups. Let's get some more salt into these tomatoes. Tomatoes just love salt. Our marin are coming along nicely. You can see that they're already starting to change colour to that nice redness. What we want to do now is turn them over and let them sort of finish off in their own juices. The trick is not to overcook it. Keep it simple. You really want to taste the flavour of the marin. Alrighty, so the sauce is coming along nicely. You can see all the flavour of those tomatoes have come out. I've just shut the grill off and we're just letting them sort of finish off. It's really thickened up nicely. Some fresh parsley goes in now. Give that a quick little toss. The marin are ready. They're going to go straight onto these freshly cut tomatoes over here too. Just pile it up. This is a rustic dish. This is a dish that we want the family to all dive on into. Just pour this straight over the top. Throw some chunks of tomato in amongst it. I actually can't wait to eat this one as well. Here we go. Dig in. This is what I love. Food that brings the family together.
Hello and welcome to Rottnest Island, the perfect location to cook a little bit of seafood today. We're cooking gold band snapper in crazy water, using a little bit of seawater, so no salt required in this recipe. We've got some fresh gold band fillets over here, fresh tomato, a little bit of just roughly chopped garlic, lots and lots of fresh parsley, and some tomatoes, very important whole tomatoes, canned, ready to go. And then we're going to be serving this with a side of sourdough bread from the bakery just around the corner. So to start with, we're going to get our fresh tomatoes in, straight into the pot with our crushed garlic. Don't chop this too fine. We want nice little bits of garlic hit later on. Fresh parsley. I'm using Italian flat leaf parsley, but you can definitely use curly leaf in this one. And then a good 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So of course, good quality local olive oil. This makes up a lot of flavour in the dish, so it's very, very important to use fresh olive oil. Next up are our whole tomatoes. I prefer to use these as opposed to crushed tomatoes. Reason being, they're generally a little bit sweeter, and because this dish has such a short cooking time, the sugars don't have much time to develop. So it's very important that the canned tomatoes are good quality as well. All right, so all in, and you can just see what I've done is crushed it up with my hand, Italian nonna style, I would say. And then from here, in with our seawater, probably about half a cup, 2/3 of a cup. We can always add in a little bit more later if the salt is a little bit out. We don't want to put it all in to start with because we don't want to make it too salty. And then from there, a good 1.5 cups of filtered water. We're going to just crush this up just a little bit more with the spoon, bring it to a simmer. We've just got our bread in a grill, cast iron, so we get a nice smoky flavour in this. A little bit of olive oil over the top. This just helps encourage a little bit of char and keep some moisture in the bread at the same time. Remember, this is an Italian recipe, so when you say a little bit of olive oil, generally mean a lot of olive oil. Okay, so we've been simmering down for a few minutes, probably 5 to 10 at most, and then nice and gentle. In with our fish fillets. The important bit with this is skin side up. They cook fairly quickly, so it's important to have the flesh facing towards the hot liquid at the bottom to keep it nice and moist. Now we're going to bring it back to a simmer, and it really is only about 4 to 6 minutes. These cook very quickly. They'll be cooked right the way through.
Today's Fresh TV Kitchen is found in a Peter Stannard home. And for more inspirational homes with amazing kitchens, go to stannardgroup.com.au.
Gazpacho, or salad soup, as some people call it.
So I've chopped up all of these tomatoes and I've whacked them in the Thermomix. So we've got some cucumbers as well, a bit of capsicum, some red onion, not too much, and the garlic, pepper, salt, lots of salt. Salt goes so well with tomatoes, balsamic vinegar, and some olive oil. Give it some spice, some Tabasco. Right, let's get blending. This is one of those really nice, easy, summery dishes to make when you're busy.
Our fish is looking absolutely gorgeous. It's just curled up nicely at the sides. It's a good indicator that the flesh is cooked all the way through. So off with the heat. What we need to do now is get this little guy into a serving plate. Nice and gentle, just so this soft fish doesn't flake apart. And then some of the cooking liquid over the top. And we've still got some nice pieces of tomato in there, very, very important. You want to have some of the texture in there ready to go. A little bit of charred sourdough at the side and some parsley flowers, snapper in crazy water. Look forward to seeing you next week.
How's that, mate? That's good, huh?
Miles, that was great, but let's take the training wheels off and get you on the big one now.
Okay.
That's high. That's high. Here goes nothing. Let's do it.
Oh, man. From the ground, that just looks like a big, inflatable kid's toy. That is some serious adrenaline. The tallest inflatable water slide in the world. I'm doing it again.
More great ideas and recipes, see Fresh in the Today Lift Out of the West Australian on Thursday.
Okay, so you're looking to dine out tonight? Here's our picks. Wildflower at Como the Treasury Hotel is a real fine dining experience. For casual beachside dining, try the Shore House, modern Australian menu with ice-cold drinks. For authentic Spanish cuisine, try Pinchos in Leederville, a tasty tapas menu sourced from Spain. Still in the western suburbs, Billy H. Supper Wine Bar is a great night out. Okay, we're in Bunbury now. You must try Sala. Enjoy sliders, tapas, all in a beautifully restored building. And to Dunsborough, try the Poorhouse. It's a great little pub and is a bit of a favourite with the locals. That is our picks for this week.
Glad to see you back in one piece.
You know what? There's no way I was going to miss this fiesta in a bowl. What have we got?
Gazpacho. So this is basically cold salad soup. Good for summer.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
It's got a kick. That's good.
See you next week on Fresh TV.
See you soon.